Hola, buenos días. Soy Nico.
Moment. I think more guys who are gay in hip hop should come out.
Do you think there's more?
Girl. I mean, come on.
And today we're here in the Cricket Glasses. Nico, I have a long weekend ahead of me. My eyes are going to be tired. You don't get contacts today. Nico, why do you say that? So, I did not know I had an event on Wednesday. I thought I had one on Thursday. So I went to a party on Wednesday to support one of my friends that was hosting. And then I went out to a party last night, which was Thursday, to go support one of my friends because it was his birthday. And now I have to host a party tonight on Deviant NYC. If you are in New York City, come see me and turn up with me at Deviant Events. I am the poster boy for the Halloween event. I will be a sexy cow. Nico, how will that work? Pictures will be up on Instagram most likely. I'm terrified to see if I can actually fit into these cow panties, but we are going to move forward. Then Saturday I have a party. Then Sunday I have a party. Basically, bus, club, another bus, plane, another club. Like, I'm exhausted, so you're going to get the best that I can give you before I get blackout drunk for a weekend. So today, we are going to be talking about something actually fairly serious. It is going to be going over the Dwight Howard situation concerning Stephen Harper accusing him of restraint, battery, and SA, while also incorporating someone named Kitty that was not specified to be there per Harper's words. But before we get started on that, if you like this kind of content, make sure to follow me on patreon.com/Nicosaesthetics for more exclusive lives, weekly videos, be a part of the podcast, which is airing. I've started to upload the podcast while we do the Third Eye live stream because I feel more productive when I'm there with my friends. Nico, yes, I view the people that have been on my Patreon for years at this time as my friends. I see them all twice a week. So, I am uploading the episodes again, so they will be debuting Thursdays at 1:30 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Make sure to check them out. I really appreciate everyone who has consistently watched the podcast. I understand that they're spotty at times with uploads, but every time I upload them, I see a good 300 to 400 viewers, and I'm just genuinely thankful for everyone that supports me in the endeavors that I do, whether it's on YouTube, whether it's on podcast, or whether it's on other platforms. Genuinely thank you, and let's get on to the story. So today we are going to be talking about Dwight Howard. Nico, who is that? An ex-NBA player, I believe they stated for the Lakers, that is basically being accused of SA, battery, and basically restraint of a person. And this is being posed by someone named Stephen Harper. Stephen Harper is a more androgynous and or femme-presenting gay man. I believe that's how they identify. And they said that they were contacted by Howard through DMs where he was basically saying that he was into the freaky deaky and that he wanted to link up with them. Harper obliged and sent photos and videos, and they agreed to meet at Harper's home. Harper alleges that when he got to Dwight's home, they began to kiss sensually and say that they were going to get into some trouble, and then a knock at the door happened and another party stepped in. This person was named Kitty. Nico, who is Kitty? This is another androgynous man that identifies as a man per the two's recounts that simply dresses as a woman. So if you look through Stephen Harper's Instagram, you will also see that they also dress like a woman. So it's not necessarily like a far leap to see, okay, the third person that was invited was also going to be a more femme-presenting gay man. But as we move forward, Harper stated that he did not expect Kitty to be there. Howard makes the counterclaim saying that this was always specified from the beginning and that Kitty was always going to be a known party, but Harper says that it was unknown to him and he was not trying to be involved in the situation. So Kitty began to perform sexual acts on Howard, and Howard tried to perform sexual acts on Harper. It is then that Harper basically said, I'm not interested, and tried to move. And Howard said, we're going to do whatever I want when we want it, and pinned him down. He then forcibly began to perform sexual acts on Harper, who was terrified of bodily harm, so they simply laid there. And once Howard realized Harper was not enjoying the acts, he stopped. So from there, Harper said Kitty and Howard moved to the bed as Howard tried to command Harper to join them. Kitty and Howard began their sexual acts while Harper simply watched and tried to call an Uber. Howard then said that he was not allowed to call an Uber and that he will have Kitty drive him home. And from this account, Howard is basically saying in defense that this was always agreed upon. I never forced anyone. This was all consensual. And now it's up for the court of law to decide who is right. And in this situation, seeing as how it does revolve around SA and an unknown third party, if what Harper is saying is true, I'm going to lean on believing the victim, as I always do, simply for the fact that it is not foreign concept to have a unknown third party pop up because somebody didn't inform the other and just assumed that they would be cool with it. So in this particular situation, if that is true, I genuinely do feel sorry for Harper. But I feel like since this is a case involving an ex-NBA player, most people are focusing solely on Howard's sexual identity, which is not important in this case for the sole fact that this is revolving around SA. When we're having these serious discussions and it's revolving around something that terrifying and that scary, something that can cause bodily harm, if not permanent harm and or, taking out of existence, I feel like we should be more focused on that rather than if they're laying with a man or a woman, because all of the response that Howard has been giving has been criticism to his sexual practices. And I actually caught a video where he basically said, I don't understand why y'all care so much who I am in bed with. It doesn't matter who I am in bed with. It matters who you are in bed with. And I actually agree with him on that part.
Spend my time with. That's the problem with y'all people. Y'all worried about who people spend their time with. Whatever I'm doing in my bedroom is my damn business. Whatever you doing in your bedroom is your damn business. That ain't for everybody. And everybody don't need to know. You ain't got to say anything about what you doing in your fucking house. It's your house. You ain't got to explain that to nobody. No matter what they say. They can say anything. Who gives two shits? Y'all too damn nosy, worried about what I'm doing in my bed. Hell, the people who know what's going on in my bed, they know what the hell going on with my bed. And what the hell I do in it. That ain't for everybody on the internet. That ain't for no blogs. That ain't for no websites. I don't got to tell nobody where I put my wood at, since y'all want to get to it. That ain't nobody business where I put my shit at. Y'all just weird. If you want to know what people doing in their bedroom and who they messing with and sleeping with, you are weird. You're the weird one. Oh, shoot. Y'all heard about that, Dwight? They said Dwight was in a text messaging a guy. Nigga, who cares? Who cares who I was text messaging? You just mad because I want text messaging. Yo, ugly.
So when we're discussing this and we're waiting for more information of the case to come out, we need to focus more on the accusations of SA. I feel like if Kitty comes forward and tells their side of the story, this would basically solve all of this. But until then, we just have to wait for the court of law to come into play. So I definitely want to hear your opinions down below. Do you believe Harper was not informed that Kitty was going to be there and that basically he was restrained and forced to comply? Or do you believe Howard when he said that all parties were alerted that they were going to be there, so it shouldn't have been an issue because it was all consensual touching and this is more of a publicity and cash grab from Harper? In this situation, do you believe we should be even acknowledging the fact that he likes more feminine, gay-presenting men, or should we be focusing on the fact that it's literally SA? Like, I understand some people are so confused and stupefied that men in traditionally masculine positions such as NBA players, NFL players, politicians, etc., are gay and or bisexual, but someone's profession does not necessarily reflect their sexuality, if we're being quite honest. So I definitely want to hear your opinions down below, and I will see you guys next time. Boom. And now for a brief shout out to this week's Third Eye Tier subscribers, Alan H. and Christopher W. Some of my day ones and longest subscribers, so I definitely appreciate you. And thank you everyone who supports the channel. And this week's live stream is actually going to be a spin-off from a conversation we had in Third Eye Tier, basically talking about being intimacy starved and how it's so rare to just get a good hug and how that affects us going throughout the day and day. I felt really impacted by the conversation, so I wanted to record it for a podcast. And if that sounds interesting to you, definitely tune in.